Hey guys, mowers and blowers here again. It is freezing outside. I've got the garage closed now because it's just so cold out. I don't know how long I can endure any of this. I hate the cold. Anyway, last night I saw this on Facebook Marketplace. And this guy was selling his Craftsman 5 horsepower, 22-inch cut Tecumseh engine snowblower. And he wanted $100 for it, and he says it doesn't start. I'm thinking it's a carburetor problem. Anyway, so I offered him $50, and he took it. So, you know, it's a 2-stage snowblower. Chute looks good. Works smoothly. It's missing the carburetor heater box cover. So I don't know how good that carburetor is. When you prime it, it actually shoots up the side, is what I saw it before. Has good compression. See? That needs a little greasing. It doesn't pop up. Electric start. The electric start works, but it doesn't engage onto the flywheel, so I think it just needs to be greased, lubed. Don't know whether or not the propulsion works yet because I haven't started it yet, but for $50, that's a good deal, man. I want to get this done before the next snow comes. Anyway, it looks just like that one that I got for $75. That one runs great. So I got 2 of these now, and got a lot of Craftsmans, and things are slowly getting a little out of hand here in my garage. I haven't been able to get a car in here for a while, you know. But you know what? Gotta have your equipment, you know. Because this is money. So I'm going to tackle this carburetor right now and see what happens. So one of the benefits of triaging this stuff is that I have another one that's exactly the same. So I took the heater box to check the linkage because it looked a little hinky, and guy had this thing bent wrong and put in the wrong hole. So I just want to make sure the linkage is right. So this one goes in the upper left hole, and the other end goes into the inner hole in the middle there. So that was wrong. Also, the choke flap didn't close all the way because this was bent. I think the guy, when he took the heater box off, he bent this area here so that it wasn't closing all the way. So now I bend it back and it closes all the way. So we know the fuel system works because I just removed the fuel line from the fuel input here into the carburetor, and fuel just poured out. I got a screwdriver stuck in there to stop the fuel. Now I'm going to remove the carburetor with these 2 bolts over there. I got the carburetor off. It was kind of cumbersome. These bolts over here, there's no room for any screwdriver or driver bits, because and also this freewheels, because you have to have another one on the side. So not a really good design. I guess what I should have done was just remove the intake manifold, which is what I usually do, but didn't want to ruin that gasket, you know. Anyway, so I'm going to take that apart. So, it's kind of dirty. This is the bowl jet adjustable, which I don't like because you have to do the high and the low speed adjustment if you do get it started. If it's all, you know, out of whack and stuff, it won't start. So you almost have to turn it in all the way until it can't go, and then take it out 3 half turns, which is 1.5, which is standard, you know. but that's for a new machine. So if this has like a lot of wear and it's off specs, it may never start if you don't get the right adjustment. So that's why I don't like the adjustable screw stuff. Anyway, we'll take that float off and see if it's saturated with gas. Okay, so that's all blocked up, and as you can see, that's all blocked up too. Got a lot of rust in there. Gotta clean that out. Same goes with the inside of that. So that's why it doesn't work. You gotta dig like that little small tiny hole in there with a wire. I could barely get it in there, there's so much rust, and that big hole there is clean. So I blew it out with Carb cleaner. That looks pretty clean, doesn't it? Much better than before. So I just blew out all the holes and took the jets out and used a wired bristle brush and cleaned them. There was also this one over here that a lot of people don't get. That's another jet. So I took that jet out and blew inside the hole and used a wired bristle brush and cleaned off the corrosion and the rust. Blew inside there and every hole, Welsh plugs as well. Yeah, pretty clean. Feel pretty good about it. Of course, you never know. I blew into here when it's like that, and you could hear air going inside the bowl, which means that if fuel line is plugged in here, fuel will get in here. Then I flipped it upside down, and then it stopped. You can't blow anymore, so we know that the float is good. The float was also good. I shaked it, and I shook it, and there was absolutely no water in it, so or gas in it. So it's pretty good. I'm going to put this back on. So I got that on now. Looks pretty good. Got the linkage right. Well, guess I'm going to give it a try. Alright, started up. Needs a little bit of an adjustment. As you guys can hear, is a little bit of a surging. So I just got to mess with the adjustments there, you know, when I took those screws out to clean. Alright, so it didn't start before, and now it starts. After I do some adjusting and get that running just perfectly, even at idle, I'm going to remove the starter motor and lube that up to see if I can get that working. So I've got it now adjusted. Runs good now. So I just took off the starter motor. Used some PB Blaster on it. Lubricated it. Let's try it out. Amazing. Mission accomplished. Cleaned the carb. Adjusted the throttle. Adjusted the idle. Fixed the starter motor. Now I'm gonna have to try to fabricate some kind of heat box, you know, just like that. And then we can put it online. Sell this baby for $350? Yeah, maybe $350. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.